Hello, hello. Welcome back to another video. It's your girl Lucy B here again with another avatar tutorial. So in this video, we're going to be going over how to reduce texture memory. I had a couple questions in Discord and also in the comments that you guys wanted to know how to easily reduce texture memory on your avatar in Unity. I know I mentioned it before, so I'll show you the simple process and how to do so. Let's just jump right into it. So I'm just going to use my master avatar project where I make all my own personal models, and I'm going to reduce the texture memory on one of my newest ones that I made, just so it's easier for people to load me in. All right, so here we are in Unity. So this is a recent avatar I made with some different ears and a different hairstyle. I changed the face a little bit too, but I really like how unique it looks compared to what I would normally make. So first things first, we're going to want to click on the mesh that has the texture that you would like to reduce on it. So what I like to go about reducing memory with first is plain black or like plain colored things, because those can easily be reduced down to barely any memory at all, and it will not affect the way it looks really at all. So let's go ahead, first things first, let's click on the hat. We'll go down to the main color here. And then the hat texture, just this black color, it is a 1K. Like, does it need to be 1K if it's just a plain black hat? I don't think so. We can reduce that to make it easier for our friends to load in when they want to show your avatar. So, like I said, first thing, click on the mesh, scroll down in the shader settings here. This is what it's going to look like for Lil Tune, but any other shader, Poyomi, Unity-chan, you'll see the main color. So go ahead, click on that. And then you'll see where it is down here in your assets folder. Since this is just the black, it's not the black with the logo, scroll down to the size. I think we can get away with probably like 128 on this. Let's apply that. Yeah, that didn't change the look of it whatsoever. Let's see, does this also use that? Yes, it does. It's the same exact texture. So let's go to the rings here. So with metals and shiny objects, you're not going to find anything in the main color a lot of the times. So that's normally found in the material cap. Now the material cap gives it that shiny metal look. So click on the material cap image here. Looks like this is 2048. I don't think we need a texture 2048 by 2048 on something as small as the ring here. Let's just zoom in and see how reducing it makes it look. Let's try 512. Yep. Does it look any different? No, it does not. Here, see if we can get away with it being smaller. Let's do 256. Okay, we lost a lot of detail there. I think I'm okay with 256. If you want to go really crazy, you could reduce it all the way down to say 32 by 32. But that's basically if like it's a plain color and there's no detail whatsoever on it. But I'm gonna keep a little bit of the detailing on it just because I like how shiny it looks. And then we'll work our way down the model. So let's start with these goggles next. It looks like this has all kinds of textures in it. You're always going to want to see if there's any sort of textures in here. So it's usually not in shadow. Sometimes it's an emission. There's a mask in there. You can always reduce any masks down because it's just usually a simple black and white image. But let's start with the first one. So this, we can probably reduce down to, let's say 512. Did it change the look of it at all? Okay, we lost a little bit of the ribbing detail here, but when you're interacting with someone in VRChat who is going to be this up close to this band here to see the perfectly ribbed fabric texture on here, I don't think anybody's going to be looking that closely at it, to be honest. So we can get away with reducing that main texture down to 512. And then let's see what's next here. We have the material cap. It's this metal material cap. It's down at 512. I think we're going to keep it at that, just because if you reduce any material caps down, they end up looking a little bit blurry. But it's really up to your taste. I mean, whatever is most important to you. If loading in faster for your friends is more important than it looking a little bit blurry, You know, it's really up to your taste, honestly, but I think I'm gonna keep that at 512. Let's see what other images we have in here. We have a mask. The mask does not need to be this much. You can probably get away with it being like 64. Yeah, the mask essentially just tells the light to behave in certain ways, so it's a black and white image. I mean, there's no pattern or texture or color on it. So a good rule of thumb is if it's just like a plain color, plain black, plain white, you're not going to lose any detail hardly at all. So we can reduce that all the way down. And then do we have anything else here? Nope, I think that's it. All right, so the glass material, all it has with it is a material cap. I did this cool iridescent material cap on the necklace and the earrings and the goggles. So keep that in mind too if you're using like the same material cap on a bunch of different things. When you reduce it here in Unity, it will apply to every single metal that you've applied the material cap to. I hope that makes sense. So we don't need to go and do it again for, say, the earrings, right? Because we've already done it here. I think 512 is good for this one. Yeah, I don't want to reduce that down anymore. Like I said, material caps you kind of want to keep at a higher amount, but it certainly doesn't need to be 1024 or 4000. So, all right, let's work our way down. Let's try the ears here. So, it's like the main color here, 2048. I'm going to try reducing it to 512, see how that looks. I don't know how that looks. Do you see how the color turned all blotchy and the ears turned less fluffy? Let's go ahead and undo that. All right. Let's try reducing it down. 1024, see if that looks good. I think we can get away with 1024. And then it also has a mask here. Let's see if we can get away with reducing that as well. I think that looks okay. I feel like if we reduce it down anymore, all of these like little hairs, all this fluff will look too blurry. So keep that in mind too. All right, so with the face, that's the thing that everybody sees when they first meet you. You want to be really careful with reducing the texture memory of the face because if the eyes, the nose, the mouth looks blurry, it's kind of off-putting to some people. I don't know, it is to me, but if you want to reduce the face texture down, you totally can. But in my opinion, I usually like to keep it at what it is when you get the model. Yeah, it's 2048. Yeah, we lost all of the detailing in her cheeks. The like beauty mark on her upper lip is gone. All of the textures in her eyes just look all pixely. Yeah, we're just gonna undo that. There we go. Yeah, I definitely don't want to mess with the face at all. Same goes with things like tattoos. So say your avatar doesn't have any tattoos, it's usually not a big deal if you reduce texture memory there. But if you have like beauty marks or scars or tattoos or anything on your avatar that you want to look really realistic, I would say keep the body texture memory the same. We don't want to lose any detail on the tattoos and cause them to be all blurry, especially too, like I colored the nails on instead of putting a nail asset on top of the nails just to save on space. But yeah, we're going to keep the tattoos the way they are. And then let's go ahead and go to the shirt because that's next. As you can see here, this necklace uses this material cap, which we already reduced. Oh, but it looks like there's some other colors in here. So let's see if we can reduce the necklace here. Actually, yeah, this necklace is covered up by the shirt, so you don't really see it that much. And then is there any other images associated with the necklace? Yep, there's one more. There's a mask here. We can turn this mask all the way down to 64 or 32. It did make it a bit shinier. Yeah, if this was the main necklace, I would be more concerned with it, but you can barely notice it. And then let's do the other necklace. Got the metal, Same material cap, like I said, we already reduced that. But looks like there's the pearl texture here. Yep, that's only using a material cap. Okay, we don't need to do anything for that. Perfect. Now let's try the shirt. Shirt too, with all of this detail and this text, we're probably not going to want to reduce it too much, but let's see what we can get away with. So let's go to the shirt, color 1. Okay, so this is set up as a decal, which is nice because we can reduce the memory of the shirt itself, but keep it in the decal, which saves on space. So let's reduce this down to, let's say 512. Yeah, you can't notice that at all. All right, let's keep going with the shirt here. So yeah, this is the decal. We probably want to keep it pretty high. Yeah, as you can see right here, like JPEG artifacts are popping up. It looks very pixely and blurry, but zoomed out, it doesn't look too bad. So I think reducing it just by a little bit helps it. See what other, we have this decal here for the logo. Let's reduce that too. Yeah, we are getting some pixelization and artifacting, but again, zoomed out, it looks fine. We could probably go lower on both the decals, but it's really up to you and what your taste is. I think I'm going to keep it at this for now. Let's see if the shirt has any other images associated with it. No emissions, no material caps. I think we're good with that. All right, on to the next. So let's do the pants. I feel like if we reduce the memory of the pants, we aren't going to be able to see as much detail right here, but let's just try it. Okay, that looks really blurry. Again, in a perfect world, we would reduce it all the way down, but I think I'm going to undo that just because I think it looks better, less blurry. All right, cool. What other textures are on the pants that we can change? Now the pants material, that doesn't have any text at all on it, as you see. There's no text on it, so we can go ahead and reduce this all the way down. So pants. Why does it need to be 4K? I don't understand. No, we can definitely save on space. I'm gonna do 512 for that one as well. You don't even notice a difference, and we just saved so much memory. Let's see, what other things can we do? Pants. Is there any emission? No. Is there any? Now, normal maps you want to be careful with too. Let me show you a good example. I'll go on over to, let's say, this one. It was my winter outfit for VRChat. So as you can see here, this scarf, there's like a raised stitching pattern. It looks like a sweater. It looks like somebody knitted it. Same with the top underneath. And how it gets raised up looking like that is what's called a normal map. This is generated usually in Blender or when you're doing weight painting or texture creation. And it causes the light to react in a way to where something looks more detailed in 3D than it actually is based on its polygons. Now, these are very important in the way that fabric ends up looking, in the way that models are made. So if you reduce that too much, it will look really, really weird. So I wouldn't suggest reducing the normal maps too much, but see how much you can get away with. Since there's not really a good example, the normal map on here isn't as prominent as the one on here. Let me just show you what happens if you reduce the normal map down. So let's go down to normal map. So here's the normal. As you can see, it's like this sweater texture. It looks kind of weird, but it's kind of magic how it honestly makes it look raised in game like this. So yeah, as you can see, it looks totally flat now that we've reduced it down. And it doesn't even look like a knitted scarf anymore. It looks just like, I don't know, weird blocky fabric. So with normal maps, you can get away with reducing them a little bit, but if you try to do it a lot, it ends up making the model look totally different from what it was meant to be. But again, it's up to you. If you want to reduce it, you totally can. But I like to keep my normal maps pretty big just to create that illusion of detail. So let's get back to work on these pants here. All right, so let's see if 1024 is okay. That was also associated with the gloves. So let's get the gloves on here and see. Yeah, I really don't like what reducing the normal map did to the gloves. It just looks all weird and fake and not how it's supposed to look. So let's undo that and see how it looks. Yeah, that's much better. It looks way more realistic. Okay. So again, normal maps, you can reduce them down if you would like, but I would recommend leaving them the way they are because I think it looks better, but it really is up to you. All right, lastly, let's go to the boots here. Shoes. This is all one plain color, so we could probably reduce it quite a bit. Let's try 512. Yeah, I mean, there's no noticeable difference at all. Okay, perfect. See what else can we reduce with the boots. Normal map, again, gonna leave that the way it is. And then the silver. I think we already reduced this. Yeah, we did. Okay. And then is there anything else? There's the matte cap, but again, we use the same matte cap on the boots that we did for the rings and the hat and the earrings. So that's it. Now the texture memory is optimized as well as I would like it for now. It could obviously be optimized a lot more, and I would highly recommend that you optimize every avatar that you upload, just so it's easier on your friends to load you in. But yeah, the texture memory has been reduced for all parts of the model. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And I think that gives you a basic understanding of what texture memory is, how to find textures within each mesh on a model, and how to reduce them to save on space so your avatar is more optimized. Again, feel free to comment down below if you have any questions, concerns, or feedback, or if you have another video idea for me to do. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.